Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 7 o'clock news here on CNC3. I'm Charlene Ramdani. In the headlines tonight, a national day of celebration as Olympic hero Kishon Walcott returns to Trinidad and Tobago, bearing this country's first gold medal in 36 years. The Prime Minister reveals millions of dollars worth of gifts for Walcott. She says the achievements of all TNT athletes must never be forgotten. 2 days after disastrous rains and floods, CPEP crews begin cleanup operations, but residents are still appealing for help. Police search for a gardener following a murder and attempted murder in Rio Claro. And in sports tonight, a hero's welcome for Olympic gold medalist Kishon Walcott, and incentives pour in from the government. Top of our news tonight, a national day of celebration for this country's London 2012 Olympic heroes, in particular the youngster who brought back this country's second gold medal at an Olympics, golden boy Kishon Walcott. Thousands of citizens took advantage of the unconventional public holiday to greet the athletes, some waiting at the airport and for the motorcade from as early as 6 o'clock this morning. Our team of Kamal Georges and cameraman Vern Tika Singh brought back this report of the joyous pandemonium which gripped the country today.
Justified jubilation. The 19-year-old boy they grew up with in Toko defied all odds to bring home an historic Olympic gold medal. Thousands converged from every corner of this country to catch the first glimpse of Trinidad and Tobago's Olympic team. But no presence was felt like that of the Toko community.
As a Tokonian, I feel enormously proud, immensely proud. Kishon, Kishi, the beast as they call him, he did us proud. He released the javelin and he medaled. We are extremely proud.
And we were positive, you know, we stay focused because we know he has the self-confidence. I couldn't do it. He will get the job done.
A 2.5-hour delay did little to quell the celebrations in the atrium at the Piarco International Airport. But when the news that the flight carrying Kishon Walcott and the other members of the Olympic team had touched down, an anticipating silence crept through.
This morning for this moment to welcome home this country's Olympic team, and none other than Kishon Walcott. It's sheer pandemonium and jubilation as a great sense of national pride fills the atmosphere here.
And that sense of national pride touched everyone, both young and old.
I am ecstatic and I'm glad that I can get my children here to enjoy this momentous occasion.
And the man who had an entire day named in his honor was noticeably overwhelmed.
Hello, firstly I'd like to say good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for coming out, supporting me. I'm really proud to know that I have carried the flag for Trinidad and Tobago. Went out there, did my best.
The celebration spilled over into the street and the car park. Carnival had come to the Piarco International Airport. The sheer number of people that showed up was manifested in the fact that it took some over an hour to exit the airport from the car park. But the welcome ceremony was only the beginning of what was planned to welcome them home. Citizens lined the streets in communities like Bonaire to usher Kishon's motorcade to his hometown in Toko.
We want to
feeling so happy for the young man, yes, to see what he has achieved and wish him continued success. Yes, we want him to bring home more gold.
Very happy and excited. Right now we're waiting here since morning, early this morning, we stand up here waiting the sun.
It took the motorcade almost 4 hours from the airport to the Valencia junction before it went on to Sangre Grande, then Toko. But no matter the time he reaches, his community will definitely be there to welcome him home. For CNC3, I'm Kamal Georges.
And Kishon Walcott has become a millionaire virtually overnight as Prime Minister Kamla Persad showered millions of dollars in cash and other rewards on the 19-year-old gold medal winner. Again, we have more from cameraman Vern Tika Singh and reporter Kamal Georges.
Our 19-year-old golden Olympic hero, Kishon Walcott, will receive the sum of $1 million.
And there was more.
Kishon Walcott, youngest ever gold medal winner of the javelin throw in Olympic history, will receive a home in Federation Park. That home in Federation Park is valued in the sum of $2.5 million.
Kishon Walcott's achievements at the 30th Olympiad secured him a number of rewards. 20,000 square feet of land in his hometown and the Kishon Walcott Housing Development in Toko. A Caribbean Airlines aircraft will bear his name, and the historical lighthouse at Toko will now be named after this country's youngest and second gold medalist. But he has also been granted a full scholarship to continue his academic career.
Each of these rewards honor you. There is nothing greater than the glory you have brought to Trinidad and Tobago, and no greater expression than the pride and gratitude that we all feel.
Prime Minister Kamla Persad told him to wear his achievement as a badge of honor. The fact that it happened in this country's Jubilee year, she says, was the icing on the cake. The Prime Minister told the Toko-born gold medalist that his achievement is a lesson in self-belief and an expression of what being a true citizen of this great nation truly means. For CNC3, I'm Kamal Georges.
And that's the story which takes us to the Your Vote question tonight. We'd like to ask you, are you satisfied with the rewards announced by the Prime Minister for gold medal Olympian Kishon Walcott? Text your response to the number 2623. If your response is yes, you're texting the letter Y, and if it's no, the letter N. We'll give you an update on the voting as we go along in our newscast, and the final results at the very end tonight. Well, the celebrations are continuing in Toko and other parts of the country this evening. On the line to give us an update on the celebrations is our reporter Chester Sambrano. But we have to tell you first that Kishon actually hasn't even arrived in Toko as yet. He's still on his way there because the motorcade is just so large. So, Chester, can you tell us where are you right now? I mean, I understand you're nowhere near Toko because of the traffic.
Hi, good evening, Charlene, and good evening to all of you here on CNC3. Yes, as you said, I'm nowhere close to Toko. I'm actually in Kumana at this point. Very, very heavy traffic. Car loads are making their way, bus loads, van loads. It seems that everyone is trying to make their way to Toko this evening. Now, earlier today, I was in Valencia for approximately 4 hours, and the crowd there had begun gathering from about 12 o'clock. They didn't seem to tire at all. They were all dressed in red. Everyone seemed to have a national flag. They were waving. They were dancing. It was a very carnival-like atmosphere as they waited for Golden Boy Kishon to show up.
What's this? This is what I just read, Naso?
The motorcade did arrive in Valencia shortly before 5 o'clock. Kishon was on the top of a white van accompanied by Prime Minister Kamla Persad and Sports Minister Anna Roberts. He looked very tired, I must say, but he still managed to wave to the crowd, which resulted in much cheer. He had his gold medal around his neck as the motorcade made its way. Most of the cabinet ministers were also part of that motorcade. What they did after Valencia, they made their way through Gandhi, where I understand another large crowd was waiting. So the motorcade is still trying to get to Toko through the Gandhi route. That may be a long while from now as the traffic is very, very heavy. I've been talking to some persons who are in Toko at this point, and what they're saying is there's also a huge crowd gathered at the Toko Composite School. A stage has been set up. I understand Kes the band has been doing sound checks. It seems, Charlene, that the celebrations will go way into the night.
Yes, Chester, I would imagine so. Now, tell me something, two things. Can you still see Kishon from where you are? Have you been able to... When's the last time you were able to actually...
No, the last time I saw Kishon was at Valencia Junction.
Right. And what was the response like? I mean, was he able to come down and greet people and talk to them? Was he on this motorcade, on this truck moving along?
It was not. The police were really trying to get the motorcade to move along. There was a heavy police presence around the van. Of course, you will understand the Prime Minister was there as well. So he was not able to greet persons face to face, but he did, as I said, manage to wave to the crowd while he was there.
Well, Chester, I can't imagine. I mean, you're right. He must be exhausted having flown from London last night, and he's been going all day. That's more than 24 hours. So clearly a lot of stamina. I mean, you think he might get to Toko before midnight tonight?
Well, I'm hoping, but as I said, traffic, I'm actually at a standstill at this point in Kumana. It's going nowhere.
And it's like carnival still, I can imagine.
Yeah, and a point to note, Charlene, persons are still lined up on the streets waiting to get a glimpse of Kishon. As I was coming through Kumana, Rampant Algas, people were still outside the side of the roads with their flags waving, hoping to catch a glimpse of Kishon.
Well, I mean, I think these are his die-hard fans. You know, this is the area he's from. So they would stand there for the rest of the night to make sure they get that look, right, Chester?
Actually, we spoke to some persons along the way, and they said, yeah, they were willing to wait out until he arrived.
All right. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us, Chester. I hope you get to Toko sometime soon, because I imagine you're probably quite as tired as Kishon is about now.
Yeah.
All right, Chester, thank you so much for joining us on the telephone there from Kumano. Chester Zambrano slowly snaking his way to Toko for those celebrations where Kishon Walcott will be honored in his hometown, his village of Toko. But he's yet to arrive there. I mean, it's been more than 12, almost 9 hours now since he's landed here in Trinidad and Tobago, and he has not reached Toko just yet. Well, across in Tobago, the spontaneous holiday today to mark the achievement of this country's Olympic athletes left many on the island happy. CNC3 News spoke with some citizens who say they are proud of gold medal winner Kishon Walcott, as well as the bronze medal performance of their very own Lalonde Gordon.
I think it's important what Kishon did for us as a country. He won gold, and that was since 36 years ago since we won our first gold. So, yeah, big up to Kishon.
I congratulate all of them, especially those who, the relay team, the 400 and the javelin. It's an excellent job for the country. May they continue it. I hope that they will get a further their talent in sport.
Yeah, man, we congratulate the champion, the gold medalist, because, you know, it's a good thing you do for the country, and, you know.
Are you happy for the holiday?
I mean, the holiday? Yeah, I mean, Tobago, every day should be a holiday right now.
Well, joining me in studio now is Astel Wren. He's here to tell us what we can expect coming up in our sportscast a little later on. And Astel, aren't we lucky? Tobago got a medal and Trinidad got a medal. Both countries were well represented, right, Astel?
Well represented indeed. Well, Kishon Mania continues to sweep the country. We have more highlights of the event that took place today. Plus, we heard that our 20 footballers, they continue to do well. And we heard that the national under 21 netballers, they were locked out of the Jean-Pierre complex today. All these stories and more. When I come back, it's back to you, Charlene.
Okay, Astel, I'll see you a bit later on. Well, let me remind you of tonight's Your Vote question at this time. The question we're asking you to vote on tonight is, are you satisfied with the rewards announced by the Prime Minister for gold medal Olympian Kishon Walcott? Text your response to the number 2623. If your response is yes, you're texting the letter Y, and if it's no, the letter N. We'll give you an update on the voting as we go along tonight and the final results at the end of our newscast. And we also want your vote to determine who was the most influential person in Trinidad and Tobago over the last 50 years. Every night we unveil one of the 50 most influential personalities from the year of our independence in 1962 right up to present day in 2012. You can vote via text to 2623. Well, just ahead on the CNC3 News at 7. Cleanup operations in full swing in Diego Martin and other areas in western Trinidad. Police probe Rio Claro murder and chopping incident. We take a look at Kishon Walcott's now golden career and how he almost failed at sports. And later, she may not have had an Olympic gold medal to celebrate, but this central resident still has a lot to be happy for. This is the CNC3 News at 7. Stay with us.
There's nothing quite like being made to feel special. Like you're the top of someone else's personal hit parade. That's how First Citizens wants each and every customer to feel. Whether it's through innovative products and services, new technologies, or a simple smile, we're always thinking about ways to make your day better and your life a little easier. First Citizens, we put you first.
Whether it's for the best tasting breads, cakes and pastries or doubles, pizza and paratha roti, you need to start with premium flour. Nutrimix and Country Pride flour are nothing less than premium products manufactured to the highest standards. Available in 2 and 10 kilogram sizes from supermarkets nationwide, our range of flour was developed for its superior taste and nutritional value. We have the right flour for your family's every need. Nutrimix and Country Pride flour. Superior quality, honest prices.
Asad by 2. Asad by 2, okay.
CPEP workers and private contractors employed by the Works Ministry are tonight coming in for praise from residents of Lasaiva and Glencoe as cleanup operations continue there. Hundreds of workers and heavy equipment were deployed in both areas today, and a road that had almost been completely washed away is now restored. Cameraman Neil Romain and reporter Samson Nanton have been covering the aftermath of the deluge in Diego Martin and Maraval.
Fairways Monday morning, 2 days after Saturday's floods, cleanup operations continue. A CPEP crew here, a mixture of manual labor and heavy equipment. Residents here are still some way from normalcy. They're getting help from others.
When I saw the situation, I decided to volunteer my time. So I'm in here a couple of days.
As the crews worked to clear the piles of mud and debris, residents told us they're satisfied.
They've really been very helpful. Thank God for that. We've had a lot of family and friends that have come down and helped. So again, you know, you really learn your true friends in times of crisis.
She says it's now dawning on her how much they've lost, and from time to time she bursts into tears. Judy Shepherd is stressed every time rain falls. She says a lot has been lost.
I don't think I have I'm like a vagrant. No clothes, photograph albums, CDs, everything, you know, all gone. And furniture, beds, living room suite.
Footsteps in this driveway, the mud a foot deep. And this is what keeps making things worse. Every now and then, the rains come down.
The cleanup operations here in Lasaiva have been going on since on Sunday. And it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime very soon, perhaps not even by the end of Monday. These CPEP operators are telling us that they are not worried too much about giving up their holiday because they know that this is absolutely necessary. They are citizens of this country and they are just doing their part.
Good news too at Lahawkett Road in Glencoe. The road that had almost been entirely destroyed, now repaired by private contractors, Calco Limited, employed by the Works Ministry's Pure unit.
Well, we use a lot of aggregate stored on it because remember the whole place here the wash away, you know? Nothing can come out. And we started from about 6 or 7 feet down, compacted come up to reach this.
The residents are continuing to clean up. They too very satisfied with what has been done so far.
They have responded in a really top-class fashion, and they've assisted in the best way they could.
Further up at Westvale Park, soldiers, part of the Defence Force Engineering Battalion, assisting the residents whose roads have been badly damaged. In what has been declared a disaster zone, it's not just the official crews helping out, as we found out with this group of volunteers, helping to clear a yard affected by a landslide. For CNC3, I'm Samson Nanton.
And from the good to the bad, as our crew of Neil Romain and Samson Nanton found some residents amongst the hardest hit still appealing for assistance as the rains continue to disrupt their lives. Some saying no one has even ventured into their areas to survey the damage.
This is Lastancia, Diego Martin. Mud several feet high, silt and debris mixed in. These residents are located at the very top of the hill. The mountain beyond them has been undermined. A landslide has brought the deluge down. We looked on as crews with large equipment tried their best to beat the rain. Water from up in the mountains had been diverted through yards and along the road. It's been all a great big mess. Take a look at the problem here. This is what residents are still battling. The rains would come, and with this gush, before long the road again turned into a river. Most here have already lost everything. We were taken for a look inside. One can only be left to imagine what happened here. The water level in this bedroom bad, and if there was any question, This shows it up even more. The side of the house is not entirely safe and the rains kept coming.
While we were here doing our coverage, we had a downpour of about 15 minutes, and this is the result of it. As you can see, the water gushing out behind me. I'm walking through some of the water just to show you the velocity of it coming down. Lestante Avenue needs a lot of work. What the residents are saying is that unless that landslide is dammed, unless something is done to stop the water from coming down, they are going to continue to get this sort of flooding and damage as long as the rain continues falling.
Some tried desperately to clog the entrances to their homes, but still it came. A small reminder of what happened on Saturday. They're not the only ones suffering. Up on the Hockett Road in Glencoe, a bridge has completely been washed away. The residents with vehicles higher up marooned. They say no one has as yet come to help them.
Well, this morning I saw a backhoe came and he turned by the bridge, but no one really came and started work here as yet. Right, so the residents are anxiously waiting.
But theirs is not only a cry for help, but a warning.
If they don't concentrate up here, you will end up with the same problem reoccurring down there.
For CNC3, I'm Samson Danton.
To the crime front now. Police are searching for a 47-year-old gardener following the murder of a Rio Claro woman and the chopping of her son and daughter-in-law. Reports say Julie Paris was spending time at the home of her son Brian and daughter-in-law Lucy at their Navet village home when a man with whom she had a restraining order against entered. An argument ensued and the man reportedly began to stab the 44-year-old woman about the body. He then turned his attention on the woman's 22-year-old son and his 20-year-old wife, chopping them about the body. Paris died on the scene while her son and his wife were taken to hospital where they remain. Meantime, Central Division Police seized a quantity of drugs and ammunition and a firearm from the house of a relative of a prominent attorney. Officers arrested several persons in a roadblock and shut down an illegal late-night fete.
A busy night for officers from the Central Division. First stop, a party of officers led by Sergeant Job went to the Balmain Couva home of a relative of a prominent attorney, where they seized a large quantity of high-grade marijuana, several rounds of 9mm ammunition and a quantity of cash, believed to be the proceeds of the illegal drug trade. 5 persons were arrested between the ages of 22 to 45, 3 males and 2 females. Soon after, the same party of officers also carried out a roadblock where a white B-15 vehicle with 3 male occupants was stopped and searched. A 3.8 revolver with 5 rounds of ammunition was found. The men were held on outstanding warrants. Meantime, police also uprooted and destroyed a field of fully grown marijuana trees 1 mile off Tortuga Road in Grand Couva. And following reports of loud music by residents of Chin Chin Road, Cunupia, officers went to Solomon Drive off Chin Chin Road, where a fete with over 200 patrons were in progress. The promoter was questioned by police and was found to be hosting the event without authority. 2 females were also arrested for the sale of alcohol without a license. For CNC3, I'm Melissa Williams.
In our positive vibes tonight, we place the spotlight on the man of the moment, Golden Boy Kishon Walcott. The soft-spoken 19-year-old has become the second man to earn gold for his country at an Olympics. And as you already know, Kishon has created history with his win at the London Olympics. But now we give you some insight into Kishon's young and already promising career.
Tonight's Positive Vibes segment is brought to you by Nescafe.
Kishon Walcott was born on April 23, 1993 in scenic Toko. He attended Toko Primary, then went on to Toko Composite. Now 19, at the age of 15, Kishon began to participate in track and field, as well as football and cricket, saying he had a passion for sports. But after his attempt at various events, including sprint and long jump, proved unsuccessful, Kishon moved to the sport of javelin. The 6-foot-tall, soft-spoken teen found success with the low-key sport of javelin throwing, soon becoming a 4-time winner in the under-20 javelin throw at the Carifta Games from 2009 to 2012, setting a new North, Central American and Caribbean junior record this year. He improved this record on May 27, 2012 with an 80.11-meter throw in Havana. Kishon also won the CSC Junior Championship in 2010 and 2012. In 2012, he also became the World Junior Champion in Barcelona. In addition to his gold medal at the London Games, Kishon has also become the second non-European to win a gold in javelin at an Olympics and has been steadily gaining international attention with news articles in British newspapers and a huge Twitter following for an account which was opened mere hours after his Olympic win.
Tonight's Positive Vibes segment was brought to you by Nescafe.
And let me give you a reminder of tonight's Your Vote question at this time. The question we're asking you to vote on is, are you satisfied with the rewards announced by the Prime Minister for gold medal Olympian Kishon Walcott? Text your response to the number 2623. If your response is yes, you're texting the letter Y, and if it's no, the letter N. We'll give you an update on the voting during the newscast and the final vote at the end of our news tonight. Let's move across now to Astel Wren. He has your Monday night sportscast. Astel.
Well, thank you so much, Charlene, with so much sports tonight. Well, up next on sports, a bag full of gifts for Olympic gold medalist Kishon Walcott. The national under-20 footballers secure final CFE spot for 2013 FIFA World Cup. West Indies on the 19th to win their second consecutive encounter at the ICC Limited Overs Tournament in Australia. National under-21 netballers locked out of the Jean Pierre complex.
Was trained as a dancer and choreographer in the United States and Britain. Her work is a Caribbean interpretation of Martha Graham's modern dance principles and techniques. She returned to Trinidad in the 1970s and co-founded the La Chapelle Douglas Dance Company in 1977. She has been a moving force in dance in Trinidad and Tobago since that time. In 1985, the Noble Douglas Dance Company Incorporated was formed. The company has toured the Caribbean, South Africa and the United States and collaborates with national and international companies to produce original, inspired presentations. Although an accomplished dancer, Noble chose to work with children in dance and drama. In 1975, she co-founded the Lilliput Theatre with actor Tony Hall. The theatre teaches dance and drama to children and, in addition to its annual dramatic musical presentations, produces a carnival band. In 2008, Noble established the Noble Douglas Lilliput Foundation for the Arts. In 2005, she was awarded the Hummingbird Gold Medal for her contribution to dance in Trinidad and Tobago.
You're talking to your best friend when
you're going to clean their family.
You get cash back.
Yeah, darling.
You're talking to your best friend when you realize you're always a winner. You're talking to your best friend when you get a makeover. You suddenly feel like dancing. Every dog gets its day. You have your cake and eat it too. Nightfall. You're talking to your best friend. Whatever else happens, always get extraordinary value with Digicel. Get $1 cash back for every paid minute on local Digi-to-Digi calls made during the day, so you can talk more at night. Be extraordinary. Digicel.
Come on and get it sorted, get more out of your day, get things done efficiently. Let's go with it, come on and just drink it, people. Drink it up now, drink it up now. Enjoy the new look and send great taste today. Ginseng up, the root of all power.
For a limited time only, with every purchase of $50 and over, you can get your very own KFC beach bucket and shovel for just $15 more. KFC, so good.
Shaving can irritate skin, causing dark marks to become visible. Dove has the effective solution. New Dove Clear Tone Antiperspirant. The result? Underarms with visibly reduced dark marks and an even tone. New Dove Clear Tone.
When you cross the stand-up pouch with a resealable spout, what you get is the extreme convenience of the Swiss spout.
No mess, no stress. The all-new Swiss ketchup spout is here. It's time to catch up to the spouts today.
Strawberries have a party, E-I-E-I-O. And at the party there's a crowd, E-I-E-I-O. With a hook hook here, and a shake shake there. Shake shake hook hook, everywhere shake hook, E-I-E-I-O. Sucker party, over with Centel.
One dose of Centel eliminates most common words. Deworm your family with Centel.
Well, Olympic gold medalist Keyshawn Walcott and 7 other members of the national track and field team who participated in the just concluded 2012 London Olympic Games was celebrated at their arrival at Piarco International Airport today. Walcott, who won this country's second ever gold medal at the Games, came in for special commendations and adoration. There was a sea of red, white and black at Piarco International Airport as thousands came out to pay tribute and catch a glimpse of 19-year-old javelin thrower Keyshawn Walcott, who shocked the world on Saturday by beating a highly experienced field of competitors. Prime Minister Kamala Bissar spoke in glowing terms of the young man's achievement, and after listing his rewards, called on Hazley Crawford, this country's first gold medalist, to be a mentor to the young athlete from the rural area of Toko.
And so, again, I ask you to acknowledge the first man who brought us gold once again, Hazley Crawford. And I said to Hazley that young Keyshawn would need a mentor. And who would be a better mentor than Hazley Crawford, having gone through this experience himself? And so when Keyshawn won the World Junior Championship in Barcelona just a month ago, it was a sign of things to come. And when he got the gold medal, he became the youngest winner in Olympic history of the javelin event, and the first man in our Western Hemisphere to win in 60 years.
Keyshawn's mother, Beverly Walcott, and his dad, Hendy, were among the invited guests, and Keyshawn was thankful to all and God for making it possible for him.
I'd just like to come and say thanks to everyone who supported me, including Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Kamala, the Minister of Sport, Mr. Alan Roberts, Mr. Ashwin Creed. I'd like to also include thanks for the javelins that was awarded to me before going off to the World Juniors and to the Olympic Games.
Walcott's manager, Sean Roach, also paid tribute to the people of this country for his athletes' success.
You see this medal? You see this medal? This is not Keyshawn's medal. This is your medal. So everybody take a bow. Keyshawn true, but you guys prayed, you guys supported, you guys cheered, you guys jumped, you guys pranced, and now you guys have the success.
Well, although he barely showed it among the thousands of fans screaming his name, Keyshawn said after the official ceremony that he was not quite prepared for the reception at Piarco International Airport today.
expected it because I was told of it since the day I won the medal. Everyone told me it was going to be a lot of pressure, and so I was kind of prepared in my mind, but as you can see, I wasn't totally prepared.
I would say actually quite the opposite. You didn't look at all bothered. It was very...
No, well, I always look that way, so it will seem so, but I wasn't really prepared for all this.
And the modest teenager indicated that while he was not quite able to hear what has been promised in his honor, he's not looking forward to changes to his current lifestyle.
$1 million, 30,000 square feet of land. How does that change their life? I don't really know right now because I don't want my life to change. So I'm just gonna go on how I was and keep doing what I'm doing.
Well, before his historic gold medal performance at the just concluded London Olympic Games, family and close friends of Keishon Walcott prepared themselves and waited for the start of the javelin event, which began at 2:25 on Saturday afternoon. Freelance cameraman Ramnan and Gopichan visited Keishon's family in Toko during the event. The district of Toko was in the spotlight. So too was the village of Tuaras, where Keishon Walcott and his family reside. And to raise awareness of the magnitude of the event, Councillor for the area Terry Rondon led the extempo.
Keishon, bring back gold for winners. Keishon.
Keishon's mother, Beverly Walcott, revealed how it all started for her son.
I believe it just happened by accident because that happened when he was already going composite at an old age too. Because he started off with the cricket and the football, and then I don't know, it's just a few years ago, maybe 3-4 years, he started throwing the javelin, you know.
A generator was brought in to ensure the family witnessed the event, as there was no electricity in the area. When the event started, Keishon's dad, Hendy King, ate while his eyes were glued to the television set. Keishon's mother remained in her room, but checked on the progress of the competition ever so often. As the time ticked away and Keishon distanced himself from the rest of the competitors with his monster throw of 84.58 meters, pandemonium broke loose when the Toko boy was declared a gold medal winner.
It's all the best, man, all the best. We do it with the help of the Almighty God. The help of the Almighty God, we do it.
Most important, you have to give thanks to the Almighty for everything. Everything is...
Yeah, play. Come in later. We're celebrating all night. I'm going and bring some stuff.
And Keishon's mother, Beverly, was granted her wish, as she will receive the bouquet of flowers given to competitors at the medal ceremony.
I know I'm getting my flowers. That is all I asked them for. Of course I did. And I know I'm getting my flowers.
Reporting for CNC3 Sports, I am Astil Wren. Well, let's take a look at the medal standings. Now that the games are over, the USA had a list of 204 countries with 104 medals, 46 gold, 29 silver, and 29 bronze medals. The Americans are followed by China on 88 with 38 gold, 27 silver, and 23 bronze. The Russians are fourth with 82 medals, 24 gold, 26 silver, and 32 bronze medals. The Germans are sixth with 44, 11, 8, and 14, and France are seventh with 34, 11, 11, and 12 bronze medals. Jamaica are 18th with 4 gold, 4 silver, and 4 bronze, while this country, with its best ever showing, are at 47th with 4 medals, 1 gold, and 3 bronze medals. Well, we asked you earlier, what's the overall medal count of this country's athletes at the Olympic Games? Well, the answer is 18. 2 gold, Hazy Crawford and Keishon Walcott, 5 silver, and 11 bronze medals. And on that note, we wrap things up on this Monday afternoon. Well, it's back to you, Charlene.
Thank you very much, Astil. Let me give you an update on how the Your Vote is proceeding so far for tonight. The question you're voting on tonight is, are you satisfied with the rewards announced by the Prime Minister for gold medal Olympian Keishon Walcott? From your responses so far, 86% of you are happy with what Keishon has been given so far by the government, while 14% of you have voted in no. He gets a house, land, an aircraft named after him, the lighthouse in Toko named after him, $1 million in cash, and 20,000 square feet house. It's 2.5 million, with 2.5 million in Federation Park, and scholarship at UTT. So those are some of the goodies he's been given so far. So keep that in mind if you want to change your vote, or if you want to put your vote in right now, be sure to do so before the end of tonight's newscast. Well, coming up just ahead on the CNC3 News tonight, no Olympic glory for this Central granny. She has 100 reasons to smile, though. We'll explain some more later. Stay with us.
It's true. It has been proven that coffee is a natural source of antioxidants because it comes from coffee cherries. And like some other fruits, it provides an important amount of antioxidants. I drink several cups a day, and when I do it, I enjoy more than the aroma and the taste I love. Another good reason to drink Nescafe.
Check this.
I stuck in traffic.
B-Mobile, TNT's #1 mobile network.
I think as an artist, it's important to know who you are and what you're for. So it's good to come back home, come back to base, to my roots. If we are a dot, let's be the most creative, passionate, energetic dot they've ever seen. I for that. It's just that amazing simplicity that I love about Trinidad that continues to inspire me. What are you proud about? Tell us on Twitter by tweeting I4TANDT.
Where there's love for country, there's energy. Where there's energy, there's BPTT.
It's really one bank, it can depend on friendly service every day. It's really one standard of treating you like you deserve to be. Yeah, Republic is only the best to you. We give personal attention, so explain for your inspection.
We are touched by your smiles and your friendships, by your appreciation of the past, and your ability to see the future. We're motivated by your drive and your willingness to try new things. We are fascinated that even though you are so very different, you still see yourself as so very much the same. We are energized by how hard you work and your ability to have a good time, by your pride and your passion. We are moved by your every new beginning and wonderful end. Every day we're inspired by your likes and your lives, and we'll continue to challenge ourselves to remain a big part of them both. Bermudez, biscuits we love.
Welcome back. Parents of the Malik Secondary School in Mova are questioning why it's taking the authorities so long to address building issues with the school. After a second fire at the school last week, the parents say the school is not safe for their children to return to in September, and they may have to resort to protest action if things don't improve. With just about 3 weeks to go until the opening of the new school term, parents of students of the Malik Secondary School in Mova claim the school is not safe for their children. The parents say they have reported electrical problems with the school for the last 10 years, and there was a fire at the school last Tuesday. The school is still without electricity, and they claim no work is being done to correct the problem.
In the mechanical area of the school where they do the CVQs
for the school, for the children to do exams and stuff like that. The homework department, when they switch on the appliances to do the work, the actual work, there are sparks and stuff like that. The school need structural refurbishment.
But there are other problems too. The top floor of one of the classroom blocks has been condemned and the roof leaks in several points in the school. The parents are questioning why their letters to the ministry are being ignored.
We don't know where we are right now in the reopening of school. So we are seriously concerned of our education for our children, and being quite frank, is it because the area is in a particular area that they're dragging their feet on the situation?
The concerned parents added a representative from the Education Facilities Company Limited visited the school in February and conducted an assessment of the work that needs to be done. But nothing has come out of that. But going back to the current matter at hand, the lack of electricity, well, they want that addressed as soon as possible.
You're talking to your best friend when
you're going to clean their family.
You get cash back.
Yeah, darling.
You're talking to your best friend when you realize you're always a winner. You're talking to your best friend when you get a makeover. You suddenly feel like dancing. Every dog gets its day. You have your cake and eat it too. Night falls. You're talking to your best friend. Whatever else happens, always get extraordinary value with Digicel. Get $1 cash back for every paid minute on local Digi-to-Digi calls made during the day, so you can talk more at night. Be extraordinary. Digicel.
Completed dreams bring a lifetime of happiness. Lifetime Solutions can make it all real. With windows, doors, and roofing styles, you can choose your design. Just tell us your budget and we'll find the right fit. We are innovation ahead of the game. So affordable, Lifetime Solutions. You can trust your roof to us. Lifetime Solutions.
Lifetime Solutions. You can trust your roof to us.
This Independence Day is special. So at Subway for the whole month of August, the treat's on us. That's right. When you buy any foot-long Subway sandwich during August, we will give you a treat free. Choose from any of our decadent offerings. Cookies, muffins, brownies, even Soldanza chips. So stop by any of our 42 Subway stores for your next footlong and let us treat you. Happy Independence Day. Subway. Eat fresh.
Going away to shop, you've booked your flight, hotel, and you got your visa. You bought a laptop, flat screen TV, sneakers for the kids, home theater system. Oh, and that juicer for mom. Stuff that into your suitcase and keep it under 50 pounds. You must be a magician. Leave the magic to us. Maybe you don't have a U.S. visa, but you want to shop abroad. We provide a physical U.S. address for your online purchases. There are no volumetric charges, free local delivery, and the lowest rates guaranteed. Start shopping online today. Change the way you shop. Enjoy the way you save.
Cricket, lovely cricket.
Our cricketers, our heroes, a nation forged from the love of cricket.
Come celebrate Trinidad and Tobago's half-century with 2020 for 50 Cricket Festival, featuring the TNT and Jamaica national teams, and our very own Brian Lara and Darren Ganga all-star teams, with regional and international cricket stars. Queen's Park Oval, August 24th to 26th. 2 games daily, 2:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. Get your 2020 for 50 tickets today at selected sports and games outlets and Queen's Park Ticket Outlet.
Kishon Walcott and the rest of the TNT Olympians are not the only ones with a lot to celebrate these days. Dossie Phillip James on Saturday held a party to celebrate her 100th birthday. The Flanagan Town resident's birthday is actually a few days away, but that did not stop her family and friends from commemorating her big day early. James is a mother of 11 children, 8 of whom are alive. She has around 40 grandchildren and, in the words of her family, too many great-grandchildren to count. She spent most of her time as a domestic worker and migrated to the U.S. for a number of years, where she worked as a nurse's aide. The 100-year-old credits her lifelong devotion to God for her longevity, and we say happy birthday to Dossie. We now take a short break. Stay with us.
To be equal, to live in a society that responds to you without prejudice, to be treated fairly no matter what your background may be, regardless of race or religion, regardless of geographic location, gender, or any disability you may have. It's not just an idea we should live by, but an ideal that our children can look up to, that our communities can aspire to, that our employers must embrace. But it's more than that. It is the right of every citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. It is a right that is championed and upheld by the Equal Opportunity Commission. The EOC is about educating, breaking down barriers, and eliminating obstacles to truly empower people on the basis of their merit. This is the mission of the Equal Opportunity Commission of Trinidad and Tobago. Equality is everyone's dream. It's everyone's right.
Here's what you'll enjoy when you visit the new Rupnarine showroom, corner Front Street and Wrightson Road, Port of Spain. Quality, unique design and selection in kitchen cabinets, bathrooms, closets, doors, tiles and patio furniture. The Rupnarine showroom. Call us today, 624-7667.
The Ministry of the Arts and Multiculturalism and Airi Theatre Productions Limited present Eric the Musical, written by Zeno Constance. The production features the life and times of the late Dr. Eric Williams, father of the nation. It's a dramatic telling of his life and his political contribution. Lord Kitchener Auditorium, Napa, August 17th and 18th, 8 p.m. Tickets just $50. Available at Napa Box Office. For more information, call 627-1104 or visit our website, culture.gov.tt. A golden celebration of our creative genius.
We now bring you a summary of the major international developments of today.
Some leave with gold, others with fond memories of a Games being praised for their generosity of spirit.
It's actually the best Olympics I've been to, and top marks for everything, basically.
And now attention turns to Rio de Janeiro, the next host city. The Olympic flag is already on its way to Brazil. Syria's rebels claim this is the pilot of a military plane they say they shot down. If true, it marks a significant moment in this conflict. President Morsi forces the top army leader to step down and revoke some of the military powers. How will they respond? The Pope's former butler will face trial in the Vatican for stealing confidential documents.
It's a mission. This is our vision. Making it happen. Making it happen. We're making a difference. Here and now, across the land, Trinidad and Tobago. Open your eyes, realize there's so much waiting for you.
Republic Bank Limited, in collaboration with TNT Blind Welfare Association, present Vision Caravan from May to September 2012 throughout rural Trinidad and Tobago. Come have your eyes tested and experience a new vision. See press for details.
Open your eyes, become aware, make use of what's here for you. Be part of the vision now.
In celebration of Republic Bank's 175th anniversary, Vision Caravan.
Listen up, people, to this spot about rainbow products and why they're hot. Corned beef's not the only thing they've got, so put a rainbow in your pot. Canned and dried goods just for you. Vienna sausages and tuna too. Oil milk, rice, peas and carrots, so put a rainbow in your pot.
Now that's a lot.
That's right, I said a lot. So put a rainbow in your pot. Yeah, put a rainbow in your pot. Put a rainbow in your pot.
The Rainbow range of first-class food products. Available nationwide.
Of tonight's Your Vote, 89% of you are happy with the rewards Keyshawn has been given by the government, while 11% of you are not. We now come to the end of the 7 o'clock news on CNC3. We thank you so much for your company. I'm Charlene Ramdani. Have a good night.